Humanity has always walked a fine line between cooperation and conflict. The 20th century, scarred by two devastating world wars, showed us the abyss. Today in the 21st century, the stakes are even higher. Nuclear weapons, cyber warfare, and the interconnectedness of our globalized world mean that a third world war would be unlike anything we've ever seen. Understanding the potential triggers of such a conflict isn't about predicting the future. It's about responsible foresight. It's about recognizing the warning signs, analyzing the pressure points in the global system, and actively working to prevent disaster. The consequences of inaction are too great to contemplate. We must learn from history. The rise of nationalism, unchecked aggression, and the failure of diplomacy were factors that contributed to the outbreak of past world wars. Today, similar forces are at play again, albeit in new and complex ways. The future is not predetermined, it's a choice. By understanding the potential causes of a third world war, we can work together to build a more peaceful and secure future for all. Several regions stand out as potential flashpoints for a global conflict. The South China Sea, with its overlapping territorial claims and vital shipping lanes, is a powder keg. Tensions between its neighbors, including China and the United States, could easily escalate. The Middle East, long plagued by instability and conflict, remains a source of concern. The rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran, fueled by religious and political differences, could draw in outside powers. The unresolved Israeli-Palestinian conflict adds another layer of instability to the mix. Eastern Europe is another potential danger zone. Russia's annexation of Crimea and continued support for separatists in eastern Ukraine have strained relations with the West. A miscalculation or accident in this region could have far-reaching consequences. Finally, the Korean Peninsula remains a potential flashpoint. North Korea's nuclear ambitions and unpredictable behavior pose a serious threat to regional and global security. Any conflict on the peninsula could quickly escalate into a wider war, potentially involving nuclear weapons. Technology has always played a decisive role in warfare. Today, the digital revolution is transforming the nature of conflict in unprecedented ways. Cyber warfare, the use of digital tools to disrupt or disable an enemy's infrastructure and systems, is a growing threat. Nation-states and non-state actors are developing sophisticated cyber capabilities. A major cyber attack could cripple critical infrastructure such as power grids, financial systems, and communication networks, leading to widespread chaos and economic disruption. The interconnectedness of our world means that the effects of cyber attacks can rapidly spread across borders. A cyber attack against one country could easily create a domino effect around the world, potentially triggering a wider conflict. Moreover, the line between peace and war is becoming increasingly blurred in the digital age. Cyber attacks can be launched covertly and anonymously, making it difficult to attribute blame and increasing the risk of miscalculation and escalation. Preventing a third world war requires a multifaceted approach. Diplomacy, dialogue, and cooperation are essential. We must strengthen international institutions like the United Nations and work together to address the root causes of conflict such as poverty, inequality, and climate change. Nuclear disarmament remains a top priority. We must reduce global nuclear weapons stockpiles and work towards their eventual elimination. The Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, adopted by the United Nations in 2017, is a step in the right direction. We must also address the challenges posed by emerging technologies, such as artificial intelligence and cyber warfare. International treaties and norms are needed to regulate the development and use of these technologies and prevent their misuse. Ultimately, preventing a third world war is not just the responsibility of governments and international organizations. It's a responsibility we all share. We must foster a culture of peace, understanding, and tolerance. We must reject violence and extremism in all its forms, and we must work together to build a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. The future of humanity may depend on it.